Good day guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Danny Bird. I'm a PGA professional based here at the Carbrook Golf Club in southeast Queensland, Australia. In today's video, we're going to be talking to you about some of the key basics to understanding your driver and hitting your driver well. As always, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out when the videos drop each and every week. Okay, so a really important thing to become a good driver of the golf ball is to get our alignment correct. Get it correct early, get used to the correct alignment when playing the hole, because your body will react, your swing will react, your movement will react to where you align. So it's really important that we set ourselves up and that we align correctly. And guys, that can be really easily done. I'm gonna demonstrate that for you right now. So I have my alignment sticks here, okay? The alignment sticks are here for two reasons. One, to obviously for the video to show you how to align correctly, but two, for the camera, make sure that everything lines up right. But if the alignment sticks were not here and I were to just simply set into my golf ball, and I'm gonna look down the hole here, set myself up. Really quick and easy tip to find out where we're aligned. I want you to, I'm not looking at my feet, I'm not checking to see where I'm aligned here. I'm going to close my eyes, let my arms hang down. I'm simply going to take my left arm, my lead arm here. I'm going to point out down the fairway, okay, ensuring that I keep a straight line. I can take my trail arm here and I can point it out behind me. And now when I look, well, I can see here that I'm actually aiming way too far to the right of this particular tee shot. Guys, that's a really simple, easy way when you're out on golf course. You can just quickly double check to see where you're aligned. But it's really important that we do align ourselves correctly. So again, I'm going to use the alignment sticks here. But what we're going to do is we can train to align well. Now, we're out on the golf course. We've got our alignment sticks down to help us. This is great for training practices. We're going to put our tee in the ground here. Then what we're going to do is just get used to standing behind, looking down the fairway. I'd like you guys to step into the golf ball here, put our feet close together, so my feet are just either side of the alignment stick that's running between them. I'm then simply going to set my left heel on the alignment stick. Watch my feet here. I'm going to spread my feet out apart. And now what I'm looking to do is just to ensure very quickly that my right foot here is pushed forward and I have nice parallel train tracks. Really simple, and again, a great thing to do in training. I won't be doing it in competition. It's going to be slow and it's going to probably annoy your playing partners, but certainly having a social game, having a 9-hole practice after work, guys, give that alignment technique, give that alignment drill a quick try, because you're going to see your alignment improve, which is going to make your driver that much easier to hit. Okay, next, let's have a look at tee height. It's really important. We need to get the appropriate tee height. So as you can see, I put my driver down here on the ground, and we're looking to have approximately half the golf ball sitting above the crown of the driver here. So you can buy step tees, castle tees, you can buy tees that have got marks on them, but really it's quite simple. What we're gonna do is just place the tee down into the ground, set it up, and just do a very quick checkpoint. So as I check here, I'm about half the golf ball above the tee. And guys, that's really important. We often see players who struggle with their driver teeing it down really low. The problem with when we tee the golf ball down low is it's very hard to hit up on the driver. So we're actually only encouraging ourselves to hit down. So really important that we get the tee height correct. If we get the tee height up, we can swing up and hit up, give ourselves a better chance to have a bit more control over the golf ball, hit it a bit further, get more out of the shot. If we're teeing it down, our attack angle becomes a little bit steeper, a little bit more spin on the ball. Going to find it hard to hit that shot the way you want to hit it, and ultimately keep a lot of control over the golf ball. Okay, so very briefly, the setup position itself. We're going to have the golf ball up by our left heel. That's important. Stance just outside shoulder width. But the most important part is that as we put the right hand onto the golf grip here, I want my right shoulder to tilt down, okay? We want to avoid having the shoulders level. I often see players with their driver trying to kind of level up their shoulders and trying to square themselves up. Once we get ourselves into setup and we know that we're aligned correctly, we can allow this right shoulder to tilt and lower down. It's going to naturally happen because the right hand sits lower on the grip than the left, so it's going to cause us to tilt anyway. But we're going to add a little bit of tilt here, and I actually like to feel like my right knee kind of pushes in a little bit just to help get that right side tilt down, so that right knee feels like it pushes in just a little bit, and then from here I'm ready to start my takeaway. Really important that we get that setup correct. dropping the right shoulder is going to enable you and encourage you to kind of work from behind the golf ball and feel like we can then hit up on the shot again, rather than moving the club downwards and hitting those spinny, higher cut pop shots. So one of the bigger mistakes I tend to see from players is actually how far away from the golf ball should they stand? And we see players anywhere from, you know, stretching out because they're trying to extend their arms through the swing, all the way up to having them standing really, really close because they're trying to control the golf shot. Guys, we want to get ourselves into a position where I like to have my trail hand here, my right hand. When I set myself up, I should be able to just let it hang naturally here, just to let it sit onto the grip so I'm not pushing my arm out. It hangs quite natural, and as I move it in, I'm simply able to get my right hand onto the grip. It's as simple as that. You know, we can go a little bit old school, take the palm of the hand, expand it out so that the flat of the palm sits up against the belt buckle line there. Expand the hand as far as I can, and then from there, I'm pretty much in a good spot. And then if I get myself into setup position, bang. So again, without moving too much, we get the exact same result. So you can either allow your right arm to hang down naturally. It should touch the lower part of the grip. If it doesn't, then you're probably standing too far, too close, whatever the case may be. Or simply just take your hand, spread the palm out, and go from the tip of your thumb to the back of your hand there, set it against the body. That will give you the appropriate amount of space that you require to hit your driver well. Okay, so another really, really common fault we see with players with their driver is they're trying to keep the club face square. Guys, the driver swing itself opens and closes. Really, really simple. And I tell players this with all clubs. Set the club, the butt of the club into your belly button. Hold it over the golf ball. Use your torso to turn. The club face is going to have some loft added onto it, okay? Come back, it goes square, return through, and it's closing. Guys, it's as simple as that. If you're trying to keep your face square to target, as you come through impact area, we often see players reorientate their body and then they're pushing the club face. It ends up with a huge slice, or worse than that is they shut the face down, they keep it closed, swing over the top, and now they've got this horrible de-lofted club face that's pointing a mile left, and they just hit these low, scungy ones that are completely unplayable. The club face will open. Really easy way to think about it. We set ourselves up. We are going to open the door. It's going to add some loft onto the club. And then as we work into the downswing, we're simply going to close the door. That's going to square the face back up. That opening and closing is essential to being able to hit the golf ball well. If you're not utilizing your body to its absolute full potential, that opening of the club face and that closing of the club face is what's going to help you square it up. That's really, really important. Players that have a, let's say a passive club face on the takeaway are really rotating their body super fast, super hard to be able to square that face up. Guys, that's probably not you, it's definitely not me. So be aware that you can have the club face opening and closing on the way through. That's really important to becoming a good driver of the golf ball at that club level. So let's talk about a quick drill that we can do, because this is really important. So we're aware that perhaps we're one of these players who's closing the club face. Well, it's really, really simple. I want you to imagine that the palm of your hand is your club face. Set yourself up to the golf ball, okay? What I want you to try to do here is, as you put your left hand across your shoulder here, as you take the hand away, I want you to be aware of the feeling that we're getting. So the club face is here. If I try to close it, I can feel my left shoulder kind of tilting down, my right shoulder's kind of going upwards here. I can feel myself now falling towards the target. None of those things sound like that's going to help us hit the driver well. So what we want to do is set ourselves up here. I've got my right hand out in front of me as my club face. I'm going to simply turn my shoulder, and as I do here, I can see that my club face, or my hand, my palm, is now open. And then from here, as I rotate my body back through, I'm square to target, and I'm now closing that club face relative to the swing line. Guys, just feel like a few minutes each day just standing there with your lead arm across your chest here, your trail hand out as if it's your club face, and just simply being aware of, well, that's what I would normally do. I want to correct it by turning my shoulder. There's my club face, there's where it should be, and then I would rotate through to just past hip high on the follow through, being aware of what that hand is doing. Guys, that simple movement is going to transform how you hit your driver and create club face awareness. Really important. If you're aware of your club face, you can drive the ball better. Okay, so if we've worked on the palm drill, and we've got a good feeling for that, really, really simple, we can get ourselves to the driving range, get ourselves out on our practice facility there, and just simply make some swings where we swing hip high, through to hip high. We've got the club face with loft on it, impact is square, and closing just as it's supposed to. You can see that I'm only trying to swing from hips to hips, because if we can train the beginning of the takeaway to be done correctly, the rest of the backswing is going to be an awful lot easier to get into position. And then at that point, guys, we're ready to hit our tee shots. It really is that simple. It's important that when we're hitting our driver well, that we get our alignment correct, we get our tee height correct, we get our posture in the right spot, that we are aware of the club face and its movements throughout the golf swing. If we can do that, we're going to hit the golf ball pretty well. Guys, and there we have it. As easy as that. Correct alignment, correct setup, club face control, and we drive the golf ball pretty well. Guys, as always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video. I do hope you found it helpful. I do hope that some of this information is helping you improve your game. As always, all I ask is that if you like today's video, just give it a thumbs up for me. Don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to share it with any of your friends that might need some help. And above all else, guys, feel free to comment. I'm more than happy to engage in conversation with players in the comment section about this video, future videos, or just about any other way that I could potentially help your game. Guys, until next time, happy golfing.